Chat, hello. We're back. We see you. Oh my goodness. I'm glad none of you panicked. That was very important. You followed instructions very well. But because we had that little blip, I'm not going to take up much more of your time. We are going to get onto our next run very quickly. We are going to get into Wolfenstein with Anarchy. Anarchy, take it away.
We are so back, team. What's going on, everybody? My name is Anarchy. I'm a runner and a moderator of a lot of the modern Wolfenstein games. But we have a whole introduction to the game to talk about me and this run. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get started. Time is going to start as soon as we skip this cutscene coming up here.
This war is a disease, passed through blood spilled by warriors.
See, BJ's going to be chilling. There we go. All right, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Wolfenstein, the Old Blood. It's going to be any % full game, beating the glitchless allegations. When I first started running all these games, I was pretty much a glitchless runner. But I'm cool and awesome like that, so I'm going to be showing off any %. This game is really busted, so I'm very excited to show off some of the cool tricks that we're going to be doing. But this is the Old Blood. It is the prequel to the New Order, released in 2014 by Machine Games as a revival of the Wolfenstein franchise, which they tried a couple times, didn't really go that well, but this time they kind of nailed it, so it got a prequel sequel game, and that's this. So essentially, this alternate history sort of timeline essentially explores what the world would look like if the Nazis had won World War II and kind of taken over the world. This prequel game, it sort of takes place right before all of that happens. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to find a folder, and this folder kind of on that folder hinges the fate of the rest of the world. It's very important. We're basically going to spend the entire game trying to get that folder back. So we're part of the OSA, which is this universe's version of the OSS during World War II. So we have Wesley, who's our guy here. Do you remember him? We're not going to be seeing a lot of him in this run. We're actually going to be doing a skip called Wesley Skip later down the line. But yeah. This is also the full game category, so this intro right here for this game is about 6 minutes long, give or take. Just recently, we kind of decided that it would be cool if we could just, start the run from where, the run starts. So there is now a no intro category, but this is full game, so we've got a bit of a buffer period here just to, hang out, establish everything, and chill. We've also got one of the funniest moments in the run coming up here. There's this cutscene with one of the main antagonists, Rudy Yeager. Unfortunately, this game is really good. It's very funny also, but because we're doing any %, we actually skip a lot of things. We're also gonna be skipping one of the, I think, in my opinion, the funniest cutscene in this game, but we still have this funny moment here.
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
Hier, bitte sehr.
Alles klar.
We're gonna go forward here. And there's Rudy Yeager and his dog Greta.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
Hot dog. Probably the greatest line in this entire game. Hot dog.
I mean, if your name was Frankfurter, how would you respond to this very large man?
Yeah, I also would be. I'd be a little scared. Hot dog. Rudy here's like so flabbergasted. He's like, he has to be joking because there's no shot. But there you go. Hot dog. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the rest of the intro. We've got another like 2-3 minutes here. So Ophelia, if you have any messages, anything like that, now's a great time.
Not a problem. I just want to say, because we did have that little tech blip, I just want to say, everybody, hello, welcome in, welcome back. We are currently doing a wonderful marathon called Running Through Wonderland. We are raising money. This is a mutual aid marathon for Alice. Alice is a variety speedrunner, and we are raising money for her gender affirmation surgery. Now, I want to talk to you all a little bit about surgery and why we're doing this. So, why surgery matters. Research consistently shows that people who choose gender affirmation surgery experience reduced gender incongruence and improved quality of life. It can provide long-term mental health benefits too. Studies consistently show that gender affirmation surgery reduces gender dysphoria and related conditions like anxiety and depression. So thank you all so much for your donations that go towards helping us raise money for Alice's surgery.
Yippee! I'm very glad to be here to help raise money. Such a wonderful cause. So. This is Castle Wolfenstein, by the way. I always talk about this every time I run this game, but one of the first marathon runs I ever did, or event runs, I suppose, was one of the OG UBAF events, / I think I was also on a Hotfix episode. I erroneously referred to Death's Head's compound in the New Order as being kind of like Castle Wolfenstein. That was false. That was a lie. I told a fib and a fairy tale. This is Castle Wolfenstein, actually. This is the real deal here. So essentially, we're just gonna be. It actually says that it's Station Wolfenstein here. This is our little was it air tram cable car? That's the right term.
Right. Off you go.
So basically, we're gonna be doing a really big loop. We're gonna end up on the other side of the station here, in like 3 chapters. So yeah, we are finally gonna get into the run proper here. Right around here is where the no intro runs would start. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here. We're looking for this folder, so we're gonna be going to this office for the main antagonist who we'll meet later, Helga. She's definitely a piece of work. But we'll meet her later. We're gonna go through her office, gonna go look for this folder, and essentially it's gonna be an arena. Essentially, we're just gonna be fighting a bunch of Nazis until it's time to move the story along. We're going to do a first little bit of tech here, which is a checkpoint reload. Essentially, sometimes the game will make checkpoints for things before you actually get to the point in the level. And it allows you to sort of skip forward in time by reloading the latest checkpoint. So now, essentially we're just going to waste time here and set ourselves up for this arena. We're going to shoot all of these barricades here just so it'll make it easier when we've got to shoot these Nazis in a moment. We're gonna get all of these here, and then we're gonna hopefully set ourselves up well. We won't get knocked off in a second. So what we're gonna do is we're going to set ourselves up for this. We're gonna wait for him. He's gonna be like, "Oh, use the radio," because we can't find folder. Then after that, we're gonna dual wield our assault rifles. And we're gonna jump onto that barricade right there, and we're gonna hope that we don't get knocked down.
I'm sorry, I'm just giggling at the image of the dual wielding the rifle. That's so beautiful.
In these games, it's in the earlier 2 games. There's 4 in the sort of alt history collection. This game and the New Order, dual wielding is kind of like a cool thing, but it's not really that useful most of the time, especially for speedrunning. It's much more useful in the later 2 games, but when we do use it, it looks kind of goofy because, yeah. Oh, we missed the thing there. That's unfortunate. But essentially, we're just going to shoot these Nazis. They're going to come from 2 sides here. Get a bit of a height advantage here by getting up on this barricade. So I'm going to try and shoot these Nazis as fast as possible. Most of the time, when they get right there, they're going to try and throw grenades at us because we're on high ground, which is really annoying because it'll knock us down. This should be the last one. Should be it? Okay, there we go. Nice. Essentially, when we get that voice line, how's it coming, Wesley? That'll be.
Kessler knows something.
That usually signifies there's like one more enemy. Anyway, this is Helga, by the way. We're gonna be here later. She's definitely a person of all time. So.
She seems like it.
Well, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna come up on the end of this level. This was the prologue, by the way. This wasn't even proper into the game yet. So we're gonna escape. Oh no, we're not gonna escape because Rudy Yeager we kind of smelled from a mile away of, you know, not being the guys. So we're gonna go to jail. Oh man, that sucks. So yeah. This is gonna be our intro into the first part of the game, Rudy Yeager and the Den of Wolves. So essentially, we're gonna spend this first half of the game, chapters 1 through 4, dealing with Rudy Yeager. But we gotta escape prison first because we can't do the, you know, protagonist guy things if we're in jail. So we're gonna bust out, I think. We're also gonna see our first fun little out of bounds glitch skip thing, which we're gonna call prison skip. At the end here, which is gonna be really, really interesting. And by interesting, I mean we're gonna be swimming in water out of bounds for 2 minutes. So it'll be cool initially, but yeah.
Never been.
Also going to introduce the best weapon multi-purpose tool protagonist thing of all time, the pipe. We love the pipe. Essentially, we're going to be utilizing this quite a bit. This game introduces a new mechanic, which is wall climbing, where we can use our pipe in 2 halves to be able to climb walls. We're also going to utilize it for a couple things, mostly to open doors. We're going to checkpoint reload here. Cool. Essentially, we're gonna try and open these doors. If you get shot while you're opening these, you won't be able to. It'll like make you jump off of it. So we're gonna hope we don't get shot. We've got some sort of manipulations here to be able to get around there. He should have turned around, so it should be cool. Okay, that's door 2. The next one, we're going to do some more sort of soldaten manipulation to be able to get around them. Okay, so we're going to run around this generator and we're going to hang out like right here until this super soldaten comes to right here. Cool. We're going to jump on this. We're going to get shot. Then we should be okay. I'm not really sure why that works, but it just does, so that's cool. Learning that kind of manipulation was like the bane of my existence when I was first learning this game, glitchless. It can seem really random, but if you just kind of do that, it just works, so that's cool.
The always just it just works tricks are I feel like the hardest to learn because your brain wants to be like, no, I need to know why this works. Don't tell me it just works.
We'll seeing that later down the line. Some of the skips we're going to be doing, kind of no setup. They just work. Why I don't know, but that'll do it, I guess.
It's like asking me to trust the video game. That's not a good idea.
Worst idea, actually. There's actually going to be one skip later down the line in the next chapter that we're not actually going to be doing, just because it is so random and I have no idea how to get it to be consistent at all, so we're just not going to do it. In the interest of saving time, I'd rather us have a decent speedrun than be... for instance, the skip is called gate skip, and it basically involves going... It involves clipping yourself out of bounds under the floor. Okay, I had to log in right quick. It involves basically clipping under the floor to run under a gate, but it's really hard and it's difficult, so we're not gonna do it. But also what you just saw there was weapon storage, where essentially if you swing your pipe at the same time that you pick up one of these heavy weapons, which are not supposed to be able to store in your weapon wheel, it gets stored in weapon roll anyway. So we're gonna be using that a couple times as well. Cool little boost off this dude. Whee! Awesome. I don't think that saves any time, but it is just a cool swag strat, so yippee! Next we're gonna get into we were kind of in the dungeons low-key, but we're gonna get kind of into the prison cells proper here. Rudy Yeager's a big dog guy, so he's got his dog sort of patrolling the prison cells here. And basically we're gonna try to avoid them, so we don't get locked into an animation. I think I'm gonna put that dog to sleep there right quick, but it's kind of annoying if that happens, but it's chill. I have like two more dogs to avoid after we climb back up here. Essentially, we're doing all this room roll just to loop around to get out of the prisons here. Just run around these guys here, nice. Oh, I got hurt, but it's still. Not gonna try and avoid a super soldat in here. We're just gonna jump past him. Yeah, that was almost really bad actually. He almost hit me off of the floor. That would have sucked. But okay. So the next section of the prisons here, we're gonna be going through the sanitarium, whatever you call it. We're just gonna be running through here right quick. We'll actually see on the floor of the next one. This game has what they like to do in these games is include nods to Wolfenstein 3D, which is like the OG Wolfenstein game. So in this game, what they did was they put nightmares where you can find beds, one in every chapter, where you're able to play through a floor of the original Wolfenstein 3D, which is really cool. But anyway, if you like dogs, we've got one big doggy upcoming here. We're gonna try and avoid him. So, it's a really big dog. He's gonna want to eat us, but he might eat us here. Okay, that's fine. Gonna jump up here. Gonna jump up again. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're coming up on the first actual skip of the run, which is prison skip. And essentially, there's going to be a pillar here where we can just kind of jump into it and fall out of bounds. And we're, instead of riding this boat, which is a big auto-scroller, we're just going to swim to the next section. Which is cool. Missed boat jump here, which is just a little time save there, because falling in the water kind of sucks, but it's fine. So we're just gonna... Okay, so now, instead of doing that all square, we're just gonna swim to the end of the level. So, feeling if you have any messages or anything, now's a great time.
Perfect. Now, I just want to remind everybody that we have a fantastic little incentive open for everybody. So we have that incentive for the Phasmophobia level, which is fantastic. I've actually seen Princess Shortcake ML run this Phasmo before. It is a fantastic run. It is super like scary and wild and just a perfect addition to the horror block. So that is one of our milestones that we are, I believe we are, oh no, I have to do math. Math on stream. That is a scary thing to do. We are just under $400 for that. Now, we do have a little bit of time there, but why don't we just, maybe we can just get that run met. Maybe we can get that met even before Dead Space, everyone. I think it's possible. I think maybe we could do that. So, get those donos in. Why don't we try a dono train, a $5 dono train I know that the puppy is a little scary and we don't really want to meet him in this game, but maybe chat, you could tell me about your puppy. Maybe I don't want to be scared by the big scary puppy. Tell me about your cute puppies, chat. I would love to hear about them.
I love a good dog. I'll tell you that. I love a good dog.
I just don't think we love this dog. This dog seems... No.
Dogs in this game are a little scary. But it's okay. We're just putting them to sleep. It's chill.
Break into the keep.
So that was chapter 1, prison. We kind of just swam out of bounds for a while. Made it here. So this is Doc's chapter 2. And as I was saying earlier, there is a skip to... So basically what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to run through 2 sides of this level to open up that gate right there. There is a skip where you do some shenanigans with a barrel, and it's a whole thing. You do some shenanigans with a barrel. It displaces your camera. Nobody really knows how it works, but it just kind of does. So you do that, and then you essentially clip into the wall, and then you clip under the floor, and then you're able to go under the gate. But that's really hard and really inconsistent, and despite it just working sometimes, it also, most of the time, just does not work. So in the interest of being marathon safe, we're just not even going to try it. So that's fine. Okay. Loki, I did kind of want to try it just once, just in the off chance that it did work, but I just don't think that is going to be the case. I have only ever gotten gate skip, I think, 1 time, so that will do it. This is going to be our first level for this gate here. That's one side. We have to... That was relatively easy. We have to do a lot more for the second side. A whole lot of shenanigans. So, I think rather than being able to do what we just did, I get on this boat. We're gonna shoot these guys so I don't die. That would suck. And basically, we're gonna have to. This is a whole lot of things. We're gonna go in like a crypt and some stuff, and yeah. It's very, very involved. Cool thing we are going to do in a moment. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't fall there. That would have sucked. Is essentially what we're going to do in a moment is we're going to fall down in this hole, and we're going to need to open up a like grate looking thing with our pipe. But there's going to be a dog that's going to stun lock us into an animation, so we're going to throw a grenade at the floor. Oh, the dog didn't die, but it's maybe okay. Okay, well I didn't get locked into the animation with the dog, so I guess it's fine. But what is supposed to happen there is you're supposed to throw a grenade at the floor, and while you're in the door opening animation, the dog will die to the grenade, so you don't get stuck in an animation there. But as I said, we're gonna be going through these crypts here for kind of no reason. We're really taking the long way here. But we're gonna go in a big circle because we fell, I think is what happened, so. Oh, I fell. That's unfortunate, but it's just. This guy. Open this hatch. The one thing that you do kind of have to manage with the pipe here is you have to manage the 2 different modes of the pipe here. There are a lot of sections like that where you have to have it in 2, and then have it in 1 so you can open the thing, and then have it in 2 again so you can climb the wall. So you just kind of manage that. There we go. Alright, so that was the second lever for the door, so we're gonna go ahead and, I think, call it a day on chapter 2 here. So we're just gonna run by and open that door. hopefully there's gonna be some guys that spawn here. Hopefully they're not too in the way. He wasn't back in the way. That's chill though. Very cool. So that was chapter 2. We're now gonna be moving on to Wolfenstein Keep, where we're gonna start seeing some more cool, more Skippy-like stuff. The first thing we're gonna do is gonna be stair skip, whatever you want to call it. Essentially, actually, I'm just gonna do it hopefully, and it'll just work out, and we'll play it later.
We're doing the thing we shouldn't do. Trust the video game, but it'll work out. We know it.
Oh, we missed it. We'll try it again. We got the good break on the railing there. Just missed the jump a couple times. Okay, there we go. So that's stair skip, whatever you want to call it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kill that super soldaten, and just kill him, open some doors, do a whole lot of stuff. But we kind of don't care. So what you can do is you can use the grenade pistol to break some of the railing on that's keeping you from the upper level, and you can get on the stair just right, so you can clip up there. Skipping doing all that, which is pretty cool. It can be kind of finicky, but like second, third try is pretty good. But essentially what we're doing here is we are in Castle Wolfenstein. We're also here to try and rescue Wesley. So we're here to rescue Wesley. Spoiler, we're not actually going to rescue Wesley, unfortunately. He is our goat, but we're, in the interest of saving time, he dies anyway, but we're gonna not watch the cutscene where he dies. Got like 2 more floors here to make it through, and then we'll do the cool thing. So essentially what's going to happen is there is the trigger for the end of the level, the thing that you go to leave. Yep. The thing you go to leave a level. It's kind of just active. Even it's behind a door that's closed, and you have to essentially go through another arena to unlock it. But it's kind of just active anyway. So there's Wesley. We're supposed to click on him, but we're not going to. So we're just
okay. Bye.
I missed it the first time. Try it again. There we go. So you can just kind of hit that from way far away, which is awesome. So that was Wesley skip. Very cool, very cool. It skips the cutscene that it skips it's not funny, but it is really funny, but it's not funny, but it is funny, which is unfortunate. We missed the great Santa Claus line, but you know, it's chill.
How long would you say the cutscene is?
I would say it's like a good 3-4ish minutes, so it's
Ooh, that is
time.
Yeah, that is worth saving that time.
So now we're going to move on to chapter 4, which is Escape. This is the last chapter in the first half of the game. And essentially now that we couldn't save Wesley, we need to move on with our mission to try and find this godforsaken folder. So essentially we're going to now go find our contact in the village. What is his name? I forgot what his name is. We're going to go find our contact. And yeah. We're also going to do another cool skip that's kind of like Wesley skip, where we're going to skip this auto scroller with this cable car. We're going to have to do this first half, but you'll see what I'm talking about once we move it forward a little bit here. You have to wait for this door to open, but it's chill.
I always love that games like this can honestly be some of the comfiest speedruns. Like, we're just vibing. This is just so chill. Even with all the bullets flying everywhere.
Exactly. So yeah, that is one of the reasons I do really enjoy running these games. This game especially is one of the better runs. Even just like glitchless, it's just like kind of a vibe. we're kind of just running through the levels, taking out the Nazis, you know, doing a thing. So these are very very good speedruns, in my opinion. But what's gonna happen is this hatch is gonna open, and we're gonna have to stop at that little station right there in a minute. But what's supposed to happen after that is you're supposed to keep going in this cable car until you get to that tower all the way there, and then the hatch is supposed to open. You're supposed to do this whole like set piece thing. But the trigger for the second hatch opening is just there already after this. So we can kind of jump on top of the cable car and move it forward without actually doing the auto-scroller, which is really, really cool. These guys... Or throw a grenade to kill those guys. Oh, I missed it, but that's chill. I miss again. It's alright then. It's chill. Alright. Oh, I missed it. We'll try it again. You are in my way, pal. Like,
I was about to start being like, sir, you need to move, but you
you need to leave. Okay, try it again. I miss it again. Third time is the charm, though. It can be kind of finicky. I'm kind of lucky I hit Wesley Skip first try. That was kind of crazy. Alright. I miss it again. Wow. Okay, one more time. Very easy to try again. You just have to come up here again. But I miss it again. Oh, wow. I'm kind of fumbling, chat.
No, you're just giving chat time to get their donos in for Alice. It's what happens.
We're just stalling. That's all that's going on, I promise.
We saved too much time with Wesley Skip. Now we have to actually show you the game.
There we go, okay. So, there we go, we got it finally. Because of that though, so we have the set piece cutscene, which is like crazy. He's just gonna like fall from this cable car, it's gonna like fall on his head. He should really be dead, low-key, but it's fine. But because we didn't, we kind of missed the next checkpoints there, this isn't gonna properly load. So we're kind of just floating in the sky, low-key. We're swimming in the sky, I guess, more so. There's some forward here. We're gonna get that checkpoint, and this is gonna put us where we're actually supposed to be here now. There we go. Okay, so it took a minute, but it did work out, so that's fine. So now we gotta just make our way towards Wolfsburg, which is where we're gonna be. Kessler is the guy, by the way. I remembered his name. That was kind of a fumble of the century, low-key, but it's fine. So we're gonna meet Kessler, and basically we're gonna have to do another arena. We've got some tricks up our sleeve, so it's gonna be very quick. We're also gonna have our boss fight with Rudy Yeager, which is also going to be very quick. It's gonna be like a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing, and like I'm so serious when I say that, so got that coming up. That's gonna be kind of cool. But feel if you have any messages or anything like that. That was a chill time.
Not a problem. I have a hilarious $1 donation. I find it hilarious because it took us up to a nice number, and we're now at 1,715, where we were at 1,714. Thank you, Dread Optimus, for that. That was very much bothering me, so I really appreciate that. And that came in with a message of, awesome to see various speedrunners and the run brought together for a wonderful cause. Best of luck with the marathon. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, lucky you didn't see me fall off that walk line, but it's okay. So we're gonna do one more. It does happen. We're gonna do one more here. This time we are gonna do a checkpoint reload, so instead of climbing up the rest of that wall, we're just gonna reload the checkpoint, and it's gonna put us here. The reason why those checkpoint reloads are actually really useful this time around is because we time this game using IGT with a load remover, so we can kind of just reload as many times as we want, and it's fine. In a marathon setting, we can still kind of do it. This game loads exceptionally fast, which is amazing. Some of the other games in this series don't have the... But we might low-key have messed up here. I might die. Okay, we made it work. I forgot to pull my pipe out there, so my shotgun pulled out before the pipe did. So that's like supposed to be like a little set piece where if you don't do stuff fast enough, it just kills you. I have had that happen before. We were just fast enough though that it didn't matter. So like chilling, I guess. That was kind of scary though, won't I?
No, you're just too much of a gamer. You got this.
We do a little bit of gaming. So we have a little mini arena here. So at least 4 guys, and we have 2 turrets also to contend with. Okay. And the super soldat is gonna spawn. To pick up some armor and stuff. Okay. Now we're gonna do weapon storage. Oh, messed it up. There we go. Oh, I messed it up again. There we go. Okay. Oh, I messed it up a 3rd time. Okay, we got it that time now. So we had time because we were waiting for that dog, but we have extra health anyway, so it's alright, I guess. Loki, a teensy bit embarrassing, but you know what happens. But anyway, we're almost there, finally. We'll climb up this wall here.
Something about this game, I in preparation for October, I've been playing some Resident Evil. Something about this game just feels in the same vein to me. I don't know why.
This game is definitely gonna get, if you think it's feeling a little spooky, we've got the whole second half of this game for y'all to watch out for, so be forewarned. There is a reason that this game is called The Old Blood, by the way.
Ooh. Well, we've got to kick off our horror block, and we've got lots coming at you. I'm super excited for tonight.
I will say I am very excited for Dead Space. Sharkhat is the GOAT, so.
Yeah, Sharkhat is a fantastic runner. Dead Space is a great run, and don't forget, chat, you do have a bid war on what language that will be run in. So get your donos in for that. We have a few options on that bid war. So you could get in for German, Spanish, French, or English. And nobody wants English. Nobody wants that game run in English. I'm loving that nobody wants that game run in English.
Okay, so that was Annetta, by the way. She's Kessler's sort of assistant, little friend here. So she low-key kind of got mauled by a dog. So we're gonna take her to the bunker here, where we're gonna make our great escape from here in a couple minutes. But we're gonna do this arena here, and then we'll do a Radiator's boss fight. So this is the reason why we weapon storage this machine gun. Shoot this guy. We do want to wait for him to get into the window, that first one there. Is because if you kill him while he's sort of jumping into the window, his body will kind of just get stuck and you kind of can't see. It kind of sucks. But yeah. So having this machine gun here makes this a lot easier and goes a lot faster. Usually we'll just dual wield our assault rifles in any percent where we can't use weapon surge. But here we can. We're gonna run out of ammo though, it seems, so we're gonna go back to Old Faithful here. Okay, there we go, that should be it.
That's it. Okay.
And now we're gonna do our boss fight.
Nazis are all dead. You can
American!
mind.
Also a funny moment. But here, let's do this boss fight team. Team said we were doing a boss fight. Just kidding.
Oh, that was.
So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, that was the Radiator boss fight. We do a bit of an exploit there, where what you're supposed to do is he's got this powered up sort of power armor there, and you're supposed to rip off 3 pieces. You're supposed to rip off 2 arms and his headpiece, and then he'll finally die. But what you can do is you can do the first part where you rip off just one sleeve,
What's her story?
and then shoot him a bunch in the arm, and then you'll do so much damage to him that he'll just die. So there you go. That makes that boss fight very, very quick. Anyway, now we're gonna chill. So we got that. We've also got probably the most important out of bounds clip skip that we're gonna do, which is gonna be a Wolfberg skip. Kind of. I don't know, it doesn't really have a name, or at least not that I know of. We're just gonna clip out of bounds basically. But essentially, we're gonna clip out of bounds off of this roof, and we're gonna be able to skip this entire city section that's coming up, so we can go right to the cutscene at the end. Basically, it's very, very hard. I've had more success with that over gate skip, so we're gonna hope that it works out. We've got some like buffer time here, so we can miss it a few times and be fine, but we're gonna knock on wood and hope that, you know, it goes well. This is also part 2 of the game, The Dark Secrets of Helga von Schaub. So we're gonna meet Helga in a moment here. She's the main antagonist of this game. As I said earlier, she is definitely a piece of work, so as we'll see in this cutscene, hopefully pretty quickly.
I called ahead to say that you were coming. Agent 2 knows where Helga is.
Good.
So much death for a silly folder.
When we don't find it, there'll be a whole lot more.
Me and Annette will hide in here. I stole some radio devices from the Nazi pigs.
Alright, so we're
Can
gonna pick
use
this
them
up.
to communicate. Take this.
We're gonna get out of the boat and
Then
we're
get
gonna
out
do the
of the
thing.
boat and help me push it under the jetty. Leg dich hin, meine Liebe.
Yeah.
Agent 2's house lies beyond the market square. Northwest, behind the tavern. Next to Schmidt's and old baker shop. Use the same password as before.
There we go. All right. First try is kind of crazy, won't lie. So
Beautiful.
that was Wolfberg skip. That is so hard. My heart is like racing. I was like really scared.
I was sitting here. I'm like, oh, I do not want to say anything. She's dialed in.
We got locked in there. I'm so glad we were able to make that work. So essentially, what that skips is the entirety of this chapter, basically.
Okay,
so-
that's a big skip then.
Yeah, so we're supposed to run through the city. We're supposed to go meet Agent 2, as Kessler was talking about. We're supposed to go talk to her, and she's got this whole long cutscene, a couple minutes. And then she sends us under her house into where we kind of resurfaced at, where we're going to go meet Helga. So that skips quite a bit. I'm so glad we were able to get that first try.
Amazing. First try. GG's. That's a great.
I'm very happy. I don't care how the rest of this run goes. We're
Can we get some donos for that first try, y'all? That was fantastic. We just skipped so much.
Right, so we're in this little tavern, little place here. That's where Helga and her guys are kind of here. We're gonna do a meaningless little thing. We can just clip through this door for no reason. So there you go. Here's the folder, guys. Oh my gosh, this whole thing that we were looking for this entire game. The world hinges on this folder. We found it. Yippee. Surely we will not take 2 steps before Helga realizes that we are up to no good and tell us to come sit back down. Surely that would happen. Guys, it happened.
I'm sensing we're a not good actor. We're not good at this undercover.
No, we're low-key kind of terrible. So, this is Helga. She's the antagonist here. She kind of gives... She's like... if any of you have seen The New Order or The New Colossus, where we got Meemaw, Becky with the bad jaw, as her antagonist, Helga's kind of Frau Engel light. She is just worse in every conceivable way. So she's gonna have this whole monologue thing. The wine we gave her also as part of our little act here was kind of sour, and unfortunately she happens to be a wine connoisseur. So she's gonna be like, something's not right here. But we're gonna have to drink this like 2 times. That's the only other thing that's kind of going on here. So Ophelia, if you have any messages or anything like that.
I do. I actually have a $75 dono from Pug that says, I got one more in me. Let's get to $2,000 today. And you know what? I think Pug is right. Maybe we can actually get to that milestone, which is just $100 beyond $2,000. We're getting there. We're working on it. We have, I did the math. I did the math beforehand. We have $310 to get there. I did the math beforehand because I'm very bad at doing math live on stream. It's just a bad time. But maybe we can get there quickly. You know, exclamation point donate. All of your money is going towards mutual aid for Alice's gender affirmation care. So please, everyone, get those donos.
Trinken Sie aus. Man riecht es sofort. Wie feuchter Keller. Muffig. Ein Hauch von Rosine.
That wine is really bad, by the way. So
Süß. Portwein.
I don't know anything about wine, but I guess I'll take her word for it. But anyway, this is where things are going to start to go a little south, a little crazy, low-key. So that's Shriner, by the way. He's also the hench guy of General Dusthead. This is also where she realizes that we're, not supposed to be here. We low-key get a fork to the hand, or a knife to the hand. Youch, that hurts. Okay. So she's gonna do that. We're gonna, because we're the guy. What's a knife to the hand gonna do? We're just gonna kind of wait for the cutscene. There we go. We're gonna pull it out and we're gonna escape because we're the guy. Ouch, that hurt. BJ's kind of like the goat at taking really large objects that are heavy and should hurt and or kill you to the head, and somehow baffling Christendom by continuing to live. So we are alive. Things are looking kind of not right. Something's wrong here. So we gotta get back to Kessler and Annetta, and I hope we do that with.
Kessler, can you hear me? Helga's gone. The folder with.
Anyway, so remember the game is called The Old Blood.
Boathouse now. Do you copy?
Oh. Well,
we've got an Old Blood curse, baby. So essentially, this game is going to become COD Nazi zombies. Basically, is what just happened. So essentially, the Nazis have, if they have anything, it's the audacity. So essentially, what they were doing was they were messing in some places they did not need to be messing in. And they kind of dug up some stuff in a crypt. There was kind of this Old Blood curse type thing going on in this crypt, so they kind of just unleashed that here. So now any person that dies has the potential to become one of those things. A zombie. They're called shamblers in this universe, but they're zombies basically. So yeah, that's that now. So essentially, we're gonna try and work our way through these streets here. Ouch. Okay. Okay, that worked out. So that can be kind of tight there to move it there. These zombies kind of like to get in the way.
Helga's gone. Hold her. She's digging up something beneath the church ruins.
So we're also going to come up on, I think I missed that, but there's a checkpoint like right here. So if you miss it, kind of does not matter. So we're going to pick up the shotgun. We're not going to use it at all because we don't need to. But we're going to set up for the next skip. I've been calling it a neta skip. But essentially, okay, so what's supposed to happen here is you have two branching pathways. You can either save Kessler or you can save Aneta. I usually save Kessler just because I just do. But here, if you go on the Aneta side of the level, you can kind of clip out of bounds and skip. There's supposed to be this cutscene. You're supposed to listen to one of them speak, and then one of them is going to die always, so you're supposed to then go over there, watch the other one die. Do this whole thing, but if you just clip out of bounds, you can get to the next chapter, and it's chill. So this one, I don't know if we'll get first try, like second or third try, it's usually fine. Hopefully, as long as we can get it before having to reload the checkpoint, it's fine, so. Oh, I fell back. That can also happen. Sometimes if you can get the clip and then fall back in bounds.
Feels like it is very, very tight.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard, but once you get it, it's kind of chill. So the worst thing is kind of just doing it and then falling back in bounds. That can kind of suck, but we did it. All good there. Okay. So that is the, oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I do have my splits running here, and that split is called Crash Out number 3. Some of these tricks are just kind of hard, so low-key they make me want to crash out, but it's chill.
My favorite thing is learning the names of people's splits, because we all have like the one split that we put in as a meme because we hate that split and you need the joke.
Yeah, the split for this level in particular is just called I Feel Better, because the skip that we're going to do here is much easier, and it makes me feel better. So, we're going to come in here. We also have a big robot that we're using, by the way. We kind of just found, so we're going to reload from checkpoint here. It places the robot thing a lot closer to us. All of these games kind of include a mech section for like no reason, so there's this game's.
Include it because every game needs a mech section.
Exactly. We're actually, this is going to be very helpful for us. We're going to use it to clip through a gate. Another gate skip, but like easier and better this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip this thing around. We're going to whip this thing around. There we go. And it's going to push us past the gate. And now we can open it and get on with the rest of our lives. This one is very, very easy to do. So this is why the split is labeled "I Feel Better," because it makes me feel better because it's much easier to do. But we are rapidly approaching the last chapter in this game. Once you sort of get to the end, the game kind of goes downhill from there. So we're gonna go to our last chapter here, chapter 8, the dig site, and this is where we're gonna kind of go to where. Helga and her goons were kind of messing around where they didn't need to be messing around at. So.
Well, before this run gets any more wild, do you mind if I just chime in for a second?
Of course.
I just wanted to say hello for everyone who has joined us. Welcome. We are currently doing a mutual aid marathon benefiting Alice at Wonderland games. So this marathon is going for Alice's gender affirmation surgery costs, and not just the cost of surgery. There are so many other things around surgery that is required: anesthesia, hospital stay, travel, other life accommodations while healing from procedure. Insurance may not cover everything involved with the surgery, so costs add up. If you'd like to see a breakdown of those costs, please type !costs in chat for the link. but just know that all of your donos are going directly to help Alice. You are a fantastic person. Thank you so much for donating to this marathon.
Real. So coming up here, we're gonna come up on the last skip of the run. This is gonna be Crypt Skip. This can kind of be the bane of my existence, Loki. So we're gonna try it 3 times. I'm giving it 3 good college tries before we just do the level as we're intended to do. Saves quite a bit of time, but you know, we'll live if we don't get it. So I will try my best.
Now you got this.
Okay, so first off, we're not done yet though. Okay, there we go. Nice. Pretty. I'm calling that first try. I'm calling that first try.
That was first try. First try. Everybody get some claps in chat. That was first try. We did it. That was great.
Let's go, team. So essentially, what we skipped is there's a section of this down here that's basically we're running through a crypt. But if you clip out of bounds there before you get there, you can kind of just skip past the entire thing. As a aside, because we did that, now the screen is going to be kind of blurry for a little bit, but it's okay. This is also another arena section, so if you have any messages, now is a great time to turn off.
I do. I actually wanted to remind everybody about the Dead Space language bid war, because we are getting towards the end of our run here, and that bid war is closing incredibly shortly. That will be closing right at the end of this run, so we can get ready for the Dead Space run. So we have the options of German, French, Spanish, and English. And I'm just going to refresh quickly to make sure, because like we're really close. German and French are $3 different. So if y'all want to snipe that, it is so close. You are able to do that. Please snipe the French. Wait, let me snipe the French language option. Snipe the French language option, please.
Okay, so we're almost at the end here. We're just gonna get some more ammo here. Hopefully, not gonna get ran up on here. You got ran up on. Loki, when they run up on you, that's kind of terrifying, but it's chill. I do have to say, as we get into the ending here, I am so incredibly pleased with how this run has turned out. I'm like, everything that, besides our little crash out there we had in escape where we kind of just missed that jump a lot of times, we have done very, very well. So, we're gonna find Helga. Oh no, there's a trap. Oh darn, that sucks. Hey girl. But anyway, so the culmination of the whole old blood thing is gonna come up here. So yeah, I guarantee you whatever you are thinking is about to happen is not going to be what happens. I just guarantee it. I remember playing this game for the first time. I always have a hilarious story about when I played this game for the first time. I knew I wanted to play this game and speedrun it for I think it was the second ever UBAF event on GDQ Hotfix. But rather than you know, playing it for, you know, a normal amount of time and then learning the run, when the submissions were open for that, I waited until the last weekend, and submissions closed on like a Sunday, and I had played the game for the very first time on a Saturday. So on the Saturday right before. So this game is very easy to learn. It's probably the takeaway there, but it's very flabbergasting. It's very different from some of the other games, but like I said, whatever you're expecting to happen in a moment is not going to be what happens. I guarantee it.
Entspricht genau den Symbolen hier auf diesem Podest. Das ist die Kombination, Sie Idiot! Na bitte.
Oh no, God.
Ja, nun machen Sie sich nicht gleich ins Zimmer.
And there we go. The creature.
You know what? If I had a nickel for every time I have hosted for a very interesting history retelling that had an old god come out at the end of it, I would actually have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot of money, but it's weird it's happened twice.
Weird happened twice. So here's, I think it's called, this is King Otto's Monster. Essentially, the lore here is that King Otto, who's a king in the, or emperor in the Holy Roman Empire, he was doing some freaky stuff with, you know, paranormal activities and things. And somehow he summoned this creature that's just kind of been here this whole time. And Helga has been trying to dig this creature up this whole time. So by digging in these crypts, she's essentially unleashed the creature, and she hopes to be able to use it for, you know, whatever her purposes are. But like I said, if she had nothing, if she had anything, it was the audacity. So obviously that's not gonna work out for her. So this is our final boss. So let's go ahead and end this whole thing. So we did weapon storage. So we've got this machine gun, so it's gonna make this very easy if we can get to it. Essentially, we're just going to shoot him in the head. His head is his weak spot, so he's going to do that animation 3 times. And then we're going to shoot him a little bit after the 3rd one, and that's going to be the end of the run. So we're coming up on time here pretty fast. Alright, have one more here. Shoot Helga. And time. Yippee!
Jeez.
That just happened. This is Wolfenstein, the Old Blood, any percent. We finished under estimate. I'm so very glad that is the case.
That was beautiful. That was gorgeous.
So yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted, Loki. I'm so glad this. Besides like one little thing, everything that could have went right. So I'm very very happy. So we're gonna check my splits right quick here. That was a 1 second PB.
Awesome. PB live in a marathon. We love to see it. Now, I have one last thing to ask you. Where can these lovely people find you if they would like to find more of your lovely, lovely content?
So, like I said, I do a lot of Wolfenstein games. Also do occasionally the other fun thing. I may or may not be a world record holder in Uno, so there's that. But if you like what you saw today, you can find me anywhere at Anarchy ASF. I'm most active on Twitter and Twitch.television, so you go ahead, drop me a follow there. I'm also starting to use Blue Sky as well, so it's just Anarchy ASF. Blue Sky or whatever. But yeah, I'm so glad to be able to have been show this run off for you. I'm so glad that it went good. We've got a PB by 1 second, so that's awesome.
That's awesome. That is fantastic.
I hope you guys stick around for the rest of the marathon. We are supporting a wonderful cause. Alice is a great human being, so I'm so glad to be here. And I hope you guys stick around for Dead Space. Sharkhead is the GOAT, so yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
Thank you so much, Anarchy, for that. That run was absolutely amazing. That was wild. I am blown away. And I am blown away by chat. Now, I do just want to let y'all know, we are going to be closing that bid war for Dead Space 2. So, we'll see you soon with that information. I have been Clockwork Ophelia, and I will be back tomorrow. But I hope y'all have a good time with our next host. And our next host will be coming up. It'll be Threech. It's fantastic. She's awesome. We're going to be handing it off to her. And we'll see y'all soon.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Running Through Wonderland. My name is Threech, and I will be your host through the next few games, including our upcoming game, Dead Space 2 and Phasmophobia. I'd love to update all of you on our current incentives, things that are going on in the channel. But first off, thank you so much to everyone for your incredible generosity. We have raised over $1,800 toward this event. That is an incredible amount, and it is done through individual donations from each and every one of you who's made a donation so far. Thank you so much for your generosity. And please, if you're able to, please keep those donations coming, because we are working like just absolute madness to get to the $2,100 milestone incentive that will open up the Phasmophobia Point Hope Lighthouse incentive. We really want to see that. It's a very small, narrow map. And chat, I am telling you right now, you have never met someone who is more scared of horror games than the person talking right now. It's Mike. So if you want to see me have a really bad time or have a great time, because it's going to be a great time, highly recommend making a donation. Every single donation counts toward that $2,100 milestone. We're just under $300 from making that happen. So folks, now is the time to donate. We'd love to see that. And that incentive is going to close at the end of the Phasmophobia run coming up after Dead Space 2. Just checking out some of this information here. I'd love to read you some of our updates. We do have a $15 donation that's come in from Dumpster Boots with 3 hearts, less than 3. Thank you so much for that donation. And thank you to everyone who donated to change the language for Dead Space 2 Any %, our upcoming run. The game will be played in German, so I hope that many of you sprechen Sie Deutsch, because we're going to have to try to understand something here. I really do not. I took a lot of French, so this is going to be a new one for me, but I thank you all so much for those donations. Thank you for contributing to that. And again, all of this goes toward a wonderful cause for Alice's gender-affirming surgery, and all of it currently goes toward that $2,100 that we are trying to raise to get to that Phasmophobia incentive. Everyone in chat is amazing, and thank you so much. I see some names I know, some names I don't know. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. And we're so excited to be doing this mutual aid event. It's an awesome cause. It's an amazing community effort. It's very clear that there's a lot of people here who have a lot of love in their hearts. So thank you to everyone who's tuning in, everyone who has told their friends and their communities about this event, and everyone who's made donations so far. Thank you so very much. If you're just tuning in and this is the first time that you're watching, welcome. We're glad to have you here. This is Running Through Wonderland, which is a speedrunning marathon for mutual aid benefiting our friend Alice as she prepares for gender-affirming surgery in February of 2025. We are going to be live on this channel every day. We started yesterday and we're going through Sunday, October 20th. Stay tuned to see some amazing runs. If you would like to see our full schedule, you can type !schedule in chat. I definitely recommend giving that a shot. I'm so excited. I am terrified of Dead Space 2. Don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to be rough. We're going to have a good time. There's some awesome stuff coming up. Oh, we've got our Soulsborne type games coming up tomorrow as well. Once we make it through the horror block, and friends, I know that we will. Check out what's coming up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got another 3 full days of events happening at all of this to benefit Alice's surgery.